Hello testing. Tello-hesting. All of the usual. How we doing? We have the cursed background today as well to greet us. Very nice. Very cool. Anyway, hello. We are here. We are back. Playing some more Disco Elysium today. I'm looking forward to getting into it. Last time we spent a long time milling about trying to steal food from people. And spending all of our in-game money that we probably shouldn't be spending. So yeah, that was fun. That was good. But yeah, today we're just going to continue to like have a look around and talk to people, I think. All of the usual. I don't think there's going to be anything too drastic we had to do today. The only thing I need to look out for is the time, because at 9 we're meant to go back to the apartment building. So let's try that. At a later date. But apart from that, I don't think there's a lot else we need to like fully at least immediately commit to. Of course we have ideas for things we should be doing, but like, yeah, anyway. Bit by bit we're getting there. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's play some more disco. And as a general reminder, this is something I glossed over recently, but if you're watching this on YouTube, the VODs will be going up simultaneously with old VODs that haven't been uploaded from a couple of years back. So I apologize for a more eclectic mix of things being uploaded at the moment. You've got some like Metopia that started today, for example, that we played in 2021. That one up today alongside a Disco Elysium VOD from yesterday. So yeah, there's a mix of things coming out. Jess, hello, I hope you're doing well. Okay, I think we're all good. Apart from that though, I think that's it. Oh, and we're playing Phantom Liberty tomorrow. We're trying out Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty. I checked earlier to see if Cyberpunk works, and it seems to be working. So we'll wait and see how that's looking. Is everything looking and sounding okay? I think we're doing alright. Everything on my end seems to be fine, but I will be sure to double check in a bit. Can we go in here? Did I even try and interact with that last time? I don't know if I did.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine.
I see. Yeah, excellent, thank you. I appreciate you just... look in the window.
The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia.
What kind of stickers and insignia?
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels.
Okay. Big moment. What about the back seat?
The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
Okay. Okay. Ray, welcome in. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good Wednesday. I had like the urge to cough then. I don't know why. I think I went like that. I excited myself and my body was like, nope. Nope. Time to die, Dave. Time to die. You think the lorry belongs to our tough guy?
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
Alright, good to know. Thanks, Kim. It's a Wednesday. You're getting through it? Hell yeah. We're getting through Wednesday. Thursday will hopefully be a quick and easy trip. And then we're at the weekend.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
Who is this?
A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane." Not a good track record of mental health in that family.
What did the king do? What did this king do? So in many cases we've had stuff like this explained to us before. I just feel the need to say it. I think it's evident, but I like to do these things just to give us a little bit more world context, because other people might have different opinions on things too. And we might even hear more than we did before, or I don't know. It's good to keep going over things again. So,
what did he do?
And we started with nearly Snake
idea
Eyes. Let's go.
You did a week ago. How would you know what this guy did many
No
centuries ago?
mind.
High above you, the king.
I'm not allowed to know what he did because I'm a moron. Alright. White tank top. Yikes. I've never personally liked tank tops much as like an item of clothing. I don't know why it's not ever really been like... I'm talking about as something I would wear. I've never been like drawn to the idea of wearing a tank top. It's always been a bit weird to me.
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes, and food money. Maybe she's your...
Grandma?
Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair is grey like lead.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'd like to ask you some questions.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
I'm gonna have to snap my fingers, I don't like it.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Snap your fingers twice.
Where am I? Who are you?
The smile on her face has disappeared, replaced by the weary aspect of a cornered beast.
I was actually hoping you could tell me that.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
Wait, what's so bad about the 50s?
The men have small jaws and everything is made out of plastic. Why do you need plastic when you can make the world out of amber?
Where else would you be then?
Back in Mecca, during the time of the revolution. The sidewalks and cafes are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buenguerro. Until you came along, that is. This is Gabriel Buenguerro.
A strikingly handsome man looks straight at you, his head crowned with a wide brim hat. His hair is dark as an oil slick, and his jaw the most perfectly chiseled thing you've ever seen.
Damn, okay.
This man's got a hold over her, even 50 years later. You can feel it.
He was the biggest star of his day. Girls used to faint in the aisles of cinema whenever he came on the screen. And schoolboys used to memorize all of his lines.
In all likelihood, it's a world that's only ever existed in her mind.
I see, so she's sort of hyper-fixated on the past sort of thing, okay. Like the fanciful nature of it all. Okay.
Someone was.
Someone? Are these not your memories?
They are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not? They're beautiful. That is all that matters. Beautiful and true. And they will win. They're coming for this, you know? All of this.
She seems to derive some bitter pleasure from this strange thought, as if the past will one day wipe the present away, like a tidal wave approaching.
Sorry to interrupt your dreaming, ma'am.
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, Loman. It was early spring, and the mine behind the Black Sun had just come out. The posters were 20 meters tall. Everything was golden. While you, people, were tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution, in Methk, it was a golden age.
Right. I have some other questions for you. Police questions.
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
There's something off about this woman. Tell her to show you the soles of her boots. Maybe she was at the hanging somehow.
What are you hauling?
Of course
Oh shit,
not.
whoops, my bad.
To truly understand the Boyadero, you need to listen to On the Western Plain.
Okay, what's that? Sorry, I clicked the wrong option there. I said, I still don't really understand this whole Boyduero thing. I'm gonna have to go with that, but sorry.
Of
Oh,
course
fuck.
not. The Boyadero returns from the Western
Whoops.
Plain a changed man.
I'd be clicking.
One night, as he and his beloved are out walking along the river Maygrit, she pleads with him to give up his riding and settle down.
I see, okay.
In the background, you can hear the orchestra swell as the screen fills with the maiden's imploring eyes.
I think I see where this is going.
So the Boyadero strangles his beloved and throws her body in the Magritte. Then he rides off, because the Western Plain is calling to him.
That's not where I thought this is going.
You have to understand. A true Boyadero needs a whole horizon to himself. He can't be tied down by man or woman. His beloved was selfish. She didn't know what it meant to love a Boyadero.
What if to truly love a boyadero is to float lifeless downstream?
Alright, let's actually try and hit the right one this time, Dave. What are you hauling?
Diamonds?
Diamonds, really?
Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was?
Okay, but what are you really hauling?
Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine.
So you don't know what you're hauling in your own lorry.
I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean.
What if the cargo is contraband?
Then it's contraband, Loman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like Bad Hand Hermenegildo.
Bad Hand, Hermenegildos's bad hand, strangled 300 people. What can I say? Some people just really like strangling people.
I see. Before I came, you seemed away?
She's just a distracted old woman. We should maybe let her get back to her things.
So he doesn't think she's a smuggler.
You hear that, Loman? I don't think your partner likes you spending too much time with me.
Okay, let's change the subject.
A pale dream is what it is.
Give me the soles of your boots.
Now what do you want with an old woman's boots, Sheriff?
It's important for police business, ma'am.
I'm starting to think you should let me get back to Gabriel Buenguerro. You are no Gabriel.
She's wearing sturdy worker's boots made of black leather. Buckles run across. The sole is also made of leather.
Now the other one, please.
Just before Gabriel, it was the coronation of Franco Negro. Now, there was a real man.
Moreover, the boots were size 37. Tiny. There are too many discrepancies in all this.
Jess, thank you for the bean redemption. Alright, we haven't had one of these in a little bit. I'm kind of dreading it, not gonna lie. Alright, for anyone who doesn't know, we have Bertie Bott's beans. We're getting through them. There's still 2 vomit beans left and a lot of green beans, and I'm not looking forward to seeing what they are. Alright, what am I gonna get? Oh god, what is that? Oh, okay, I thought it was the vomit one, thank god. No, it's a black pepper bean. Thank you, Jess. Honestly, I'm getting used to the black pepper ones. Which is kind of weird to admit to, but they're kind of not doing anything for me anymore. It's a bit of a weird kick, but I don't know. It's not too bad. Oh, okay, there we go. Thank you very much. I need to have a sip of my drink. I would say tea and black pepper is a weird combination. That's not so great, actually. I think I've just made it worse by doing that.
It was. And then it was no more. And I was no longer holding my father's hand. He was no longer descending the stairs in Ryle. The crowd had gone silent. Perhaps it was another Jerife who came and woke me up, looking at my boots, asking questions. Or perhaps it was one of the others in this carnival. I don't remember.
As she says carnival, she gestures to the empty square with the statue and the machines.
These are not the boots that made the prints.
I could have told you that from just looking at them. The size is 37.
Wow, okay.
The feet of a little girl. They fit well on the pedals.
You seem like a woman who knows a thing or two about drugs. Well, what a thing to say to someone.
What do I need drugs for, lowman? What I see, what I feel. The great adversary. No drugs can compare.
The adversary?
Yes. There is a protagonista and an adversario. I am on the side of the adversary. There's no coming back from that hole.
Those epithets are familiar somehow. The great adversary, the great unrest.
Where could I get my hands on an experience like that?
If you don't know,
Maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
Everart sent me.
who the fuck is Irrat?
Oh no, okay. The Union boss?
Ah, and what do I care about the Union boss? He's no Gabriel. He's no Franco Negro. He's not even Hermenegildo the Hunt.
Okay, let me put this another way. Are you smuggling drugs through Terminal B?
Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way.
You said earlier you don't know what cargo you're hauling. Could it be drugs?
Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grad on the U41A. What do you think they take from Saramiriza to Grad, Lowman?
I don't know, that's why I'm asking.
It's diamonds, Lowman, obviously.
I didn't ask you about diamonds, did I? I don't care about that. If you had to guess, who do you think would be struggling? Who do you think is smuggling drugs around here?
Easy. He's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others.
Diamonds are good for you, Lowman. You should try them sometime. Make yourself pretty like Eva de Zoras.
Okay, if you're not involved with the drug trafficking, then why are you still waiting here?
Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls. Look at all the colors and the futures of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will, to the Great Plains.
I think we're done here, no?
Thank you for now.
Yes, go. Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Mesquite.
Alright. Well, that was insightful. At least we've been here now. Not something we've done before, so that's another thing off the list at least. Right, well, we have the stuff we need to cope with that now. Actually, should we ask him about the boots while we're here as well?
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Let's just say
When
this for the sake of it.
Ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people. Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
Ill-fitting? What do you mean?
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
You wearing new clothes?
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his. Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what. You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Okay, I gotta ask, where exactly are you from?
What's it to you?
Curiosity. Going to figure out this strike mess.
Big mess, caused by union greed. But I only fight for the rights of people.
Already got that. I'm interested in your background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
A bouncer? Where? I frequent a lot of bars. Maybe it's one I know?
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Yeah, I think I've been there.
Uh-huh. It was a long time ago. What's it to you?
Let's pull one of these. Routine part of the investigation.
Am I a suspect? Done no crimes. I only fight for the rights of people.
Already got that.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs. Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell? Uh-huh. It was a long time ago.
Alright, we'll leave him for now, I think. I don't really have a lot more I can say off the top of my head. Let's go and actually try and do an autopsy on the body as well, because it's something we've yet to do. After the longest time. Also, we didn't speak to you, did we? I was going to.
Back already?
I am the law.
You sure are, my man.
What's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
What's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
Limbo, huh? So that's where I am.
Yeah, exactly.
So how long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll with it.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
Behind the laugh, however, a touch of sorrow.
So tell me, what do you need?
Care to spare some change for a working stiff?
Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work.
They who?
The bosses, man.
Makes sense. First work, then pay. Hmm. I don't know how this guy feels about it. I feel like this middle option's the one we go for.
Yeah, it sure ain't good for me. Or you. I'd spare a coin or two for a city cop down in his luck. If I had saved 4 myself.
Tell me more about this strike.
It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands. No way in or out.
What's the union demanding?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like, a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
So what do you think the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
Anything else I should know?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of who?
Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. If you still hang around here waiting for this mess to end, most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really.
Not you.
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath
Okay.
a cool exterior.
Know anything about the dead man? The one hanging behind the hostel?
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Busy with what?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
Very fair. And your conclusion?
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
What are you hauling anyway?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Time to arrest him. Relax. He's merely joking.
You're under arrest. Wicked, I've always wanted a friend in the underworld.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grodd and the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
So nothing illegal then?
Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
That's your machine behind you?
This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
Yeah, these lorries are pretty neat.
Neat. For carrying large quantities of cargo a long distance. These found tracksuits need to find their way to the kids way out in Wamrau and Loran Bird somehow.
There it is again. A little touch of sadness beneath his cool. He thinks he's spent too long in this lorry.
Could I get one of those flannel tracksuits you're hauling?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
Fair enough. Right, I had another question.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
You seem like a man who knows about drugs.
Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
Just be straight with him.
You finance those other addictions with drug trafficking? I think I'm going to be down to earth with him because he seems decent. Let me be straight with you. I'm trying to figure out who's smuggling drugs out of Terminal B.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
Wait, then why are you still hanging around?
Gotta guard the stuff. Bosses don't look kindly on missing cargo, and it gives me time to work on my rhymes.
Fair enough. Who do you think could be conducting the drug trade then?
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
We wouldn't say he's lying, sire.
Right, let's see how good my luck is. What do you see in his eyes?
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
I can be kind of chill with it. Hey Tommy, spill the beans. What's troubling you?
You really are the law, aren't you? I get that being bluntly observant and inquisitive comes with the territory, but it certainly doesn't help with your conversational skills, does it?
That all the beans you got, Tommy? Damn, it really is hard to talk, man to man.
Yeah. It's 17%, but I just did the Tim Allen noise. He's a poet. Hit me with your best verse.
Your best verse? You don't even have a bad verse in here. Just tumbleweed and liquor stains. Wait, no. What are you doing?
She broke me. She fucking broke me.
That's brutal, man. But you know, time will...
No, stop. He's already mortified.
No, Tommy. These are my rhymes. Listen. Jesus, I don't think I want to read that last bit out.
That's,
Yeah, we're gonna take the hit on that one.
In the name of God, what are you doing?
It's not real, guys. It's not my actual thoughts, it's a poem.
Yeah, I get that, and it's cool, but... Yeah, I get it. These are your rhymes. They're from your life. Doesn't matter if they're robust, they're honest. So, thanks, man.
Thanks, Tommy. Tommy's a good lad.
He's not lying. He liked the end.
Yes, and I also thank you for stopping. We have a drug investigation to return.
Oh shit, we could do this one
How
again.
about we do that?
Let's try it again.
Ease into
Shit.
it, but don't go too far.
Man, you look
This
sad.
seems like a
What's going on
personal
with
matter.
you?
You really are the law, aren't you?
Maybe the full-on.
Don't be a stranger.
Hey, he seems like a good lad. Alright. Should probably get this marked off while we're at it. We should also speak to the lad in the whirling in rags as well while we're here. Because we actually haven't done that yet for the longest time. Can we not go in that way? Apparently not. Thought we could before, but maybe not. Okay, I think it's time we had a chit chat.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring.
Alright. Let's have a chit chat.
This is where you say your bit.
Detective.
Don't say anything yet.
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
Do not let their squeals disturb your serenity. These are but simple peasants, sire.
We need to talk about the man hanged out back.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that won't.
You're sure taking your time, waiting for him to get ripe and pretty for you, huh?
Oh, he was a real pretty boy by now. Real hot stuff. Letting out that pretty boy smell.
Time to go to work in the shit factory!
Easy, boys. These janitors have a hell of a job cut out for them. I mean, I wouldn't go in there for $1 million.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
These guys are so macho, they're ready to confess to first-degree murder. Ask if it was them. Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Chances are they're going to match.
Scan the room.
Starting from the right. Boot size 44. Blonde man. In his 30s. Overbearingly masculine. Sitting on his right. Standard working boots. Size 45 or 46. Eldest in the room. Probably mid-50s. Smoker. Quiet. Across at the other table. Hobnailed working boots. Size 43. Gang tattoos. Mesk or Sarah Mauritian in his late 30s, early 40s. And then, standard working boot. Steel reinforced toes. Size 46. The big dick. Wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips. Rugby cap. Fingerless gloves. And numerous scars. A little under 40. The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little patch below it reads T. Hardy, Captain. In the far corner, standard working boot. Steel reinforced toes. Size 44. 40-something. Non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a plectrum?
Where?
On his neck. Forget it. It's not important. Let's call this one the musician.
And the little guy?
Size 41, with the light step. Not a child, after all. An older man with a rat face, mean, watery eyes, and 2 front teeth missing. In the middle, heaving and wheezing. Big guy. Boot size 46, deep marks. Probably carried the victim over. He alone is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor, and you could easily exceed 220. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy.
One of them is missing the odd soul.
Exactly. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them with questions. Where's the 8th Hardy?
The fuck is with you, fella?
Found 8 sets of footprints, but there's only 7 of you. Where's the 8th Hardy boy?
What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy boy. There's 7 of us and we're all here. Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy boy? We ain't hiring.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
This person Glenn wants to hire, he really respects her. She? So there's an 8th Hardy, and it's a Hardy girl? Who might it be? Elizabeth? The gardener?
I mean, it's sort of what I'm thinking, but...
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
It has to be good, if he won't let you pursue it. Looks like the lieutenant thinks so too.
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. End. You're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you.
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy sooner or later.
The man hanged in the backyard, did you do it? I feel like we should still ask this.
The pretty boy. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy.
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Why are your boot prints all over the scene?
You mean these boots? We all got a pair. We wore them the night we took the pretty boy out back and hung him by the neck. Yeah, we did this. Together. All of us. Until he was dead. That's why our prints are all over the scene.
Aha, so you just confessed to a murder?
Goddamn right.
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened so that you don't waste any more of your time.
All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic.
You murdered him just like that? No remorse?
How many people have you sent to the Shays? Ever felt remorse for them?
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life.
Look, I'm just doing my job, that's all.
Oh, so you are just a simple, well-meaning man, eh? Ever been in solitary? Prison is a charter. That's what it is.
He's clearly been in solitary confinement, and at a young age, nonetheless.
So he's hanging a man, slowly, without breaking his neck.
Who called the shots that night?
Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a hardy boy without arresting all hardy boys. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
I'm not sure.
A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation.
I don't have to. One of them was more complicit than others.
That's for the courts in Les Jardins to decide. Not for the officer making an arrest. Which we all know you won't be. What you can do right now is go back to your station and write a report.
No. We'll stay here and discuss what happened that night.
Are you there? Do you think...
A trick question.
Who do you fucking think does?
It's the 8th Hardy boy, the one who's missing, the big dick.
Titus, no one was thinking
That there's any question who's the leader. That's how he would have ended it. Titus won't let him.
No. Fuck no! The big dick is right here, asshole. You're looking at it. Right. Fucking here.
Disregard the outburst, officer. None of the boys have any comments on their power relations. That night, they acted as one. That's all.
When did this hanging incident occur?
You don't have to keep answering his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week.
How long had you known the victim?
known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole.
Yeah! Who do you think we are?
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town.
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier? The representative for White Pines? The same company you're striking against?
No, I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over. But you know what? Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions.
Why did he kill him?
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out alive in my town.
So he was a mercenary, that's it?
And he stepped out of line.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Cohoy and Seminine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade, right here in our bar.
This one has a special gripe with him coming here.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire merc shit like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara.
Hold on, how do you even know he was Special Forces?
Cause one night he walked straight up to the mic and said, "I'm Oranese goddamn special forces, and I'm gonna fuck you all."
Really?
Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some Oranese paratrooper song, and said he's gonna fuck everyone.
We couldn't believe it either, but he fucking did, right there. Like some kind of animal.
Sire, the tale is true.
Right, but what did he actually do wrong?
Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning.
I see, okay.
From rape to harassment, to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation? He regrets mentioning it. Hopes you didn't notice.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in, if we don't bend over. That was before he started coming here.
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke, right there on the stage.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah. This girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl. Young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The fucker grabs her legs, starts screaming. Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down.
Was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted?
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen.
Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you fucking listening?
There's something odd here. Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation. Make them talk about it.
This is a very serious allegation.
No, you're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter, and I'm not discussing it with you clowns.
How did you kill him?
We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, copper?
Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot?
You're pretty sure you've had at least 2 years of cop school and many more of active service. This is where an autopsy would come in handy. You have to work with what you know.
I see, we probably should have done that first then.
Maybe wrap it up instead?
Why don't I just arrest you?
Yeah, lawman. Why don't you?
Not in the arresting mood?
By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. You hear the nylon of his coat hiss as he steps closer. Easy. Walk back from the provocation. They're armed, and they outnumber us. The lieutenant tries to establish eye contact with you.
Easy now. Let's just talk.
Wise move. You made the right choice there. Now make another one and get the fuck out of our booth. We're not gonna do this again.
So what are we gonna do now?
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go back to your stations where you belong.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder. Even if it is a group responsibility, we're going to look into this.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us, real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating.
Rent-a-cop? So that's what this is about. He doesn't see you as his equals.
Oh god, okay. Do we want to do it? Oh, we didn't do this, did we? Weird thing to suddenly remember, but... Let's go with that. Why not? Do we want to do the authority thing here? Oh god. Alright, I don't think we should. Right, we're gonna do it again now.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Establish authority.
Ah, shit.
Yes. Authority. Feverish thoughts race through your mind. Did you already try? You're probably right. The others are only there for filler, to make the gun thing pop.
Stop shitting your pants. You don't need to know, all right? We took care of it. The law handled it, all right?
Yeah. Aren't you listening? It's done. Finito.
I guess we're both the law if you start. I don't want to do that.
No, asshole. You're nobody. I'm the law.
Stop yelling about the goddamn law in my establishment! We get it. You're all the law.
Let's just all cool off. We had some questions.
Alright, we'll leave it for now. That could have gone better.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Are you the hardy girl?
I am not.
You could be, Liz. You could be anything. You could even be a model.
Even a mod? Glenn, I went to law school. I am an attorney.
He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of Le Debutante International.
Get a grip, Glenn. She went to law school. What does that mean?
So fucking what? Lots of models are actually really smart people, fuckwad.
No, Glenn, they aren't.
This didn't change her opinion of you. It's not her. She's not a hardy girl. Definitely.
Alright. Okay, well, let's keep going at it, I guess. Right, let's see if we can actually do this now. God forbid. Also, we haven't spoken to them at all. Right, let's try again. Hello, Kuno.
There he still is, looking right through you.
God, we have
with his
such a
white
low
eyes.
check
The
for
body
this.
below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does. The ammonia only makes it worse. The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep it in once. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
I don't think I want to be a cop anymore.
Are you okay, officer?
The weight is reassuring, like a krenel on solid fortification. Pat, pat, pat.
You're facing tough odds here. It's aggravated further by alcohol withdrawal.
Why can't I keep it in if I've been a cop all my whole life?
I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate. Throw up, initial autopsy. Throw up, bag it. Then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough.
You seem to be fine.
I think I've lost my sense of smell.
A white lie.
Not being hungover helps too.
Do it without me, I just can't keep it down.
No. This is a two-man assignment because it needs 2 officers to complete. I need your help.
Oh, I meant, could you do this?
You need to get your shit together.
Okay.
We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet.
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and...
Alright. Right, again in a bit.
What do you see?
Alright, that's fine. Right, what else do we need to do? Maybe we should look into that a bit more. Haven't really been doing much in that regard either. Like the kitchen stuff. I don't know if it's actually going to be a big player in anything or what, but who knows, it might be.
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod. The man said, I'm pretty sure he asked you a question.
I'm gonna have to go with that.
Just one word. Sounds quizzical. Then he awaits your answer with his brow arched.
Horse need more vodka?
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits. Clever move by the Union.
Vodka borscht! I love it, Bratan! Turn it the fuck up and then ask for some yourself!
Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg.
What if I say yes? Shit.
The cook gives you a long, disappointed look, then turns the stove off and seems to wait for you to speak.
Alright, that's what we needed to do. I'm gonna get another skill point unlock here. Volumetric shit compressor. Alright. Sure, I guess we'll do that one on the side as well. So we're getting more of these. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, is there anything else I can do in the whirling in rags while I'm here? Get hold of a sad song tape. Can't get there yet. Right, okay. May take a while. Okay. I don't know how the maps work, not gonna lie. One thing I'm like not super clued up on. Can we talk? There's somebody like out and about, right? Can we go talk to them yet? Like someone was just smoking in a room. Can I get up to where they were? Actually, we didn't try and go out there again, did we?
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner.
Yeah.
But it's all just too morbid to ignore.
You're looking at the destruction?
He nods.
I'm sorry for this.
No problem, officer.
Yeah. Alright. I'm more thinking, how do we get up to where they were, though? I assume we can't keep going round on the balcony, so that would mean that we'd have to go up through here.
The door is closed. Still, the lieutenant gives... He doesn't like with it. Still, the lieutenant... He doesn't like this door. Still, the lieutenant... He doesn't like...
One. Two. Right. I should have stolen the thing, really, shouldn't I? There's a lad that was just resting there that we could have stolen from, but we didn't. I mean, what else can we do in the meantime? Should we try the bookshop again, maybe?
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
Alright.
Hello again, esteemed officer.
Alright.
The curtains, tattered with age, and just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
This is about the curse. That's why you're afraid.
No, it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains.
Ma'am, this is different. I'm a police officer. I need to get in there.
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
Okay, so she is paranoid. But I sense this place is calling for me. I must investigate beyond the threshold.
You do? My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir.
Alright, I'll think about it for a while.
Thank you. Let's just talk about this first, all right?
What are you, a coward? Think about the marvelous adventures waiting for us on the other side.
Talking is always good. There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before...
Right, we're gonna talk to her first then.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Right, why are you so uptight about those curtains? I just want to know what's on the other side.
I already told you, it's just a storage room for employees. I don't understand why it's so important to you. Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books.
If it's just a storage room, then why do you have that strange trinket on the curtains? Yeah, it's a good shot.
It's just for decoration. Okay, fine. It's because this place is cursed. Just like Annette said, they don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything?
Take it easy. You've broken her resistance. Pushing her further will gain nothing.
I guess we can play into it. How does this curse manifest itself?
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation. It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
Didn't that curtain just move?
Annette mentioned that the previous tenants had experienced some financial troubles.
It's not just that, officer. We're dealing with something supernatural here. It's the cacodemons feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie, lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
Sounds familiar.
Strange, I feel unwanted too. What does it mean?
Truly so? Perhaps the dark energies are leeching off you. You shouldn't stay in the store too long. It may be dangerous.
Why didn't you just tell me right away it's the curse?
It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism, it's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them.
Have you sought help from anyone?
Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards. The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building, even though now I fear it's not enough.
Is your pendant part of the wards as well?
Oh, this? No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books. There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%.
Desert pygmy shamans. That sounds like a rather questionable way to describe a group of people.
Would you like me to take the case? I could investigate, see if the curse is real.
Most certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved in this mess. Stay away. Leave the spirits be, so they can return to their slumber.
My liege, you know what this case calls for?
Oh, okay.
A para-detective.
Alright. Convince her to let you investigate 92% if we beans this.
Slither
Thank
up
God.
to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
Ma'am, I came here to help. I've handled paranormal situations before.
Are you sure? Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before.
I sense the psychic emanations from afar. The sleeper beyond calls out. Yeah, why
I'm
not?
not sure I can trust your claims. Honestly, you look like a bit of a drinker. I'm sorry for being so blunt, but...
The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook, Go ahead then. Rock her world, he thinks. I'll compose some notes.
Fuck's sake, this seems so silly. I admit it. I've had my share of drinks, but only because the spectral realm is psychologically taxing.
How do you know all this?
Here we go.
I am the Void Revenant. I have the powers to bad all the bad energies.
I should have realized. A pattern lies within the fabric. The hand of fate guides us. Our meeting couldn't have been mere chance.
I know, right? A Void Revenant, that's it. Jessica, welcome in. Hope you're doing well.
Perhaps you truly are the one to deliver this woman from the doom.
But I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter.
Yes,
You
yes.
are certain you can help us? Keep us safe?
100%.
I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us.
Just ask my partner Kim. He'll vouch for me.
Oh, certainly so, ma'am. I can assure you my partner is eminent in this particular field.
If you promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it?
A hand on my heart. On my honor.
Thank you, sir. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity.
Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
Of course, the entity. Close your eyes. For I have sensed its presence.
You have? The entity takes the form of a woman. A witch, probably.
Yes, the entity,
I've
of course.
suspected that
Yeah.
She must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know that she lives inside the chimney?
Chimney, the passage between heaven and hell, of course.
Yes. That chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there.
How did the field or Dotsy go? We threw up again. So we're now doing this though. So we got a failed check on that, but we got volumetric shit compressor done. So we now we unlocked it as a thought. So we're now unlocking that, and that should be how we get around that, hopefully. We're compressing our shit exactly.
Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the warded door behind the curtains. Take it. Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked round. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What you discover in there.
Unbelievable darkness and ruin. What you discover? Probably just some office space. Don't be scared.
Alright, here we go. Right, time to go find an entity, I guess. Let's go.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way. You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little cage-like trinkets, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
Got any theories about the entity? I think they're being trolled. I don't know who by, or if it's even intentionally them being trolled or what, but I feel like something weird's going on.
Oh!
Why did every business here fail? Yeah, that's the other thing I'm kind of like... I'm unsure about. I don't know if that's actually going to be just a coincidence thing, or if that's just going to be We'll see. We will see. That Bowie? Maybe the spies.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets. and charms. It appears to be locked.
A psychic psychic cop superstar is on the case. I know, right? We're on the case. We got this. Let's knock on the door.
Only an echo. No one is there.
Unlock the door with the key.
After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room.
Okay. Kim, maybe you should go first.
Detective, you're the one in charge.
Kim's secretly pooping himself, that's why. You right, Kim?
What is this place?
It's an adventure.
No, it's a gym. Though it looks like no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Don't forget to take it out of your bag before we move on.
An eerie
Thank you,
feeling
Kim.
rises in your chest.
What if there's a reason why no one's been here for ages?
Yes, because it's closed. No need to look for supernatural explanations where a banal one will do. Now let's move on, shall we?
Kim not have more to say? Alright, there we go. Mario! Time to Luigi's Mansion it. Oh, we can look around like this. Oh, this is cool. I like this. Shoppable. Okay.
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard.
Sorry, I'm a child. Kim, what do you think?
Why does it feel so familiar?
Is this familiar because I'm a weightlifter?
No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat, and a whistle. Then the feeling is gone. It's just a memory. A memory from another life, when you were young and fit.
Wait, did it say it was 60 kg? This isn't like far off. Far off Dave weight, okay. Look, Kim, it's a trap. There's no collars on the barbell.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then.
What kind of bastard would just remove the collars? It should be a felony.
It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
Should we do it? Hang on. It's gonna...
Volumetric ship compressor.
Hey. We did it.
Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
I see. All endurance white checks unlocked. Damn, okay. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good one to have. Well, I have no idea if this one's going to be any good or not, but... But yeah, we'll wait and see. Alright. It might be. It just might be. Alright, I'm gonna do do not judge me move. We're gonna try and lift the weight.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
Oh yeah, here we go. In our gardening gloves. Ow.
You manage to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat. Turns out you're no beast, just an old man with bad form. See? See? This place is cursed.
Seems like I'm a little out of shape. Or maybe these gloves just suck.
Proper weightlifting gloves would definitely afford a better grip.
That's true. That's a good shout. Do we have those? Fingerless gloves. Ultra series gloves. I don't know if that would do it. Autopsy time? Yeah, let's actually do the autopsy finally. You know what? I'm gonna continue being a paranormal ghost hunter for a bit. While we're here. And then I think we'll end on the actual autopsy. But I doubt there's going to be a ton to look at here. I could be very wrong about that, but like... I feel like for the most part it's not going to be like too much to look at. This is where I find that I'm wrong. There just might be. Okay. It's got very spooky all of a sudden. Yeah, that's not unsettling at all. Ah, the money though, let's go. I like money. Remember all of those buzzer buttons at the entrance? Oh yeah! That's a good point. Oh, I see, okay.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. Photos and drawings have been pinned to the board.
Inspect the drawings.
These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins, casting wax-based magic. Translucent welkins, with organs shining under their skin. And even ether welkins, hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind? You should adopt one of those Wilkins as your persona. No longer a mere man, but a Welkin. One of the Welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
Examine the Welkin, this is important.
It's Vara Hamira, a high Welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a Welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-Welkin races will be purged.
Oh, yikes, okay. Yikes. Welkins remind me of kobolds from WoW. Yeah, because the kobolds had the candles on their heads, right? That was the thing. That's a WoW kobold
Humdor,
thing.
The Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with Welkin, Green Welkin, Dread Welkin, and the High Welkin to rule them all.
Yikes.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures.
Why would anyone spend so much time on this?
Some people really like building a world, I think. Even if it's just for a game.
Yeah, I can kind of get behind that, but maybe not when the Welkins stand for that kind of thing. Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions.
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
Gotta whisper it to him. One of them is a Welkin supremacist.
Political commentary. That one has a great beard too.
He's purely entertaining us at this point. That was really meta, yeah.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
And for what? All gone.
But the photos.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world.
I see. It took the creator 10 years to build this world up, if you recall. Yeah, that's kind of mad. It's a lot of effort. That's a big up. Like, big commitment to a set idea and a set concept.
A pinned postcard reads,
I kind of love that.
The heat death scenario.
It does
a
show,
desperate
yeah.
fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe.
Yeah, it really does show, because, yeah, this game's got so much to it. Inspect the schedule.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money.
Keep reading, what happened?
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details."
Yeah, there's so much, like, yeah, it's clear that, like, they really pushed for this.
The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: Call in, Tune out, Wirral Untethered, and Heat Death of the Universe.
I think we've heard that before. I don't like that sound. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. In this case, it's very much a case of hard work's paid off, right? It's 110%.
This appears to be
the
some kind of
entity
machine
among
with a
us.
cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
This is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC5120, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible printer.
You think I should turn it on?
We have one of these down at the station, but I never really learned how to use it.
Turn it on.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
Look inside the compartment.
It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected.
This is where the memory should go.
I see. Press play.
Nothing happens. Something's missing. There's no tape in the player. Nothing happens.
Cool.
Nothing happens. Something's missing.
Yeah. Makes sense.
This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient.
What am I looking at? Oh, beans. So when I say I've beans something, it's like there was I've forgotten where it was from, but like when an expression is like when you fucked up, you spilt beans down your top. So when I say I've beansed something, then it's just a little thing. Beans down my shirt again. SMH, yeah. It's a little reminder, little thing. Just British things, innit? What am I looking at?
Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too. Sparse and cryptic.
Yeah. I think beansed it is like a more generalized thing. It's one of those things where it's... Yeah. It's pretty, like... Generally, it's something that's used a bit more...
It looks like a cardiovascular
universally
system
sort of thing.
split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced.
Dealing with something medical here?
You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. A note says, this one can listen in on any station it wants.
Thank you, Moobot. Very cool.
They must have had massive air width. These things don't come cheap.
Who's the Game Master?
Someone very important. The leader of a massive on-air game built by these people.
Aw. If it's a game, then who's playing?
Whoever decides to call in to a call-in station, it looks like.
I see, okay.
All of this is gone, left unrealized. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off.
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
Wow. The cost of air width alone must have been huge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This schedule, I know doom when I see it.
The curse
the company
got to
was
them.
running out of funding.
Yeah. What else?
Nothing. It's just lines on marble. An echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Alright. We got an autosave, okay. Advanced RPG. Wow, okay. Let's go. I'd play it. Are there rats in here? My kin? My rat kin? Oh, Kim wants to talk to me. Thank you for pointing that out. Also, I think we're going to be able to afford the... we're going to be able to afford the night at the Whirling purely from looting this place at this rate, honestly.
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
Not homeless, I narrate. Someone tried to exercise the curse using technology. I think we're just gonna play into the idea it's just a failed business. Actually, no, maybe we would be jokey about it. Yeah.
No, that's not it. I think...
Like he's ready to lay out a fine theory, crafted together like a puzzle.
Here we go, let's let Kim have a moment in the spotlight.
It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games.
Yeah.
Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
Utter madness, he thinks, as a compliment.
How are they planning to do that?
Through call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio.
Actually, Kim isn't a parapsychological super cop like we are, it's very true. Yeah, I will, don't worry. We know what we're talking about, it's all good.
Then there's the Game Master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
Coordinating so many games would take a whole switchboard of people, possibly divided into sub-frequencies.
Has anyone ever done it before?
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Graz, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry.
Not in Revachol West, among the ruins.
But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an interisolary game before. We just don't have the technology.
And this was a role-playing game?
Indeed. Those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the WeWorld board game, with heat death thrown in.
Classic bit of heat death. What do you think happened to the company?
No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard.
Wow.
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but...
Let's keep playing into the curse. The curse got them. I see no other explanation.
Ah, yes. The doom of bad business practices. Okay, let's keep moving.
Alright, thank you, Kim. The curse, yeah, finally destroyed them 100%.
You see a terrifying
I like
iceberg
this.
with a strange compartment in its belly.
This is terrifying.
The door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red. The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy?
What is this thing? Looks like a giant ice bear.
The lieutenant doesn't answer. His eyes are glued to the animal. A sharp slice of light shines out from its mysterious belly door.
Crack the door open.
A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Oh wow, he's spooked. Okay. Relax, Kim, it's a fridge.
Of course, just a giant ice bear-shaped fridge.
Damn, he's really paranoid, huh?
Let's take a look inside.
Look inside.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
Take the note from the door.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Alright. We'll look at that in a bit. Examine one of the ice cream wrappers.
A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge.
I was gonna say, this is terrifying. What is a giant bear-shaped fridge doing in an abandoned cellar in the first place?
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge.
So they tried to sell ice cream from this hyper carnivore?
I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice.
Okay, so they just made all of these companies just making bad business decisions. I kind of love that. I mean, conceptually I like the first one a lot, but this one's kind of funny. The curse got to them too, yeah, of course, of course.
The bear is still costing them money to this day.
The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
Yeah, that's gonna be bad.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony.
Kim, what is this thing? Is this a furnace?
Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney. No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
No, not the dead rats, they're my kin. Look inside the furnace.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs.
What are you doing?
I'm hallucinating, or maybe it's the entity.
Wait, really? Take your head out of the chimney, please. It's not safe.
It feels safe to know that the lieutenant's got your back, now and always.
Aw.
This sounded real, not imagined.
The destructive voices of the void have destroyed perfectly good and financially viable businesses, of course. Yeah, definitely. How dare the void do that? The entity and the void need to be stopped. Yeah, Kim's amazing. I really do like Kim as a character. He's probably... I don't know, Kuno's a favourite, but Kuno's also a bit of a shithead. So Kim's definitely like my favourite actual likeable character. Kuno, I kinda like him because he's a bit of a shithead. So, I think Kim's a step up from Kuno. Smear your hands at coal.
A lush layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. Your hands look ancient. You feel the spirit of Ramut Karzai, ancient hero of Grad, pulsing through you. All that's left is to cover your face in war paint. 3 dangerous stripes appear onto your cheeks, telling stories of your wild soul.
What are you doing?
I'm a reincarnation, Kim. You can't stop me. Sorry, that was stupid. Maybe we shouldn't be acting so silly. Why do you cover your hands with coal?
Yes, it was.
Just giving it a go. Why not? Those voices I heard. Maybe it's the malignant entity. Is that how you say that?
You're
sure.
right. The rooms do look like they're connected, but malignant entities don't exist.
Okay, sure.
At least not the supernatural kind.
Always has to be the skeptic, this man.
Right, we're gonna do it.
You muster all your strength and yell. Your dehydrated, hungover throat can produce little more than a dry croak. A lifetime of smoking and drinking will do that to you.
Yeah. War cry, that's our war cry, alright.
The chatter from the chimney continues on as before. You seem to have made no impression on whatever's up there. Then again, maybe it's worth actually trying something up there.
Maybe you should let your voice rest, officer. Try again later.
This is kick it.
A hollow ring echoes through the furnace. Ow. Your toe hurts.
Big ouch. Can we yell again? Now that we've kicked the furnace.
Another pathetic yelp sounds off into the vast darkness of the chimney. You're a little embarrassed you produced it.
Well, we're rolling well today, everyone. Alright, never mind. It's a good run. Yeah, we can't help you, I'm afraid. The entity's still up there after all of that. Got any skill points? I don't think so. Yeah, we're a long way off. We might have to come back at a later date. Yeah, that's a good one to bear in mind. Once we actually unlock that, we can come back here. I kind of need like a notepad or something where I can write down, okay, once I unlock insert thing here, I can now go back and do insert thing here. I feel like that would be useful. Just to know that once I get a certain skill, I can then do bits I couldn't do before. My little rat friends, hello. Oh yeah, making all the money though. Yeah.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
I wonder if the game thought of that. Is this where I find that this is a thing? Oh, this is what map means. Okay. I was wondering what these meant, so I did see this earlier today. I thought map meant actual map, but I think this is just for checks, isn't it? So this is a map for the kind of checks I need for certain things. You can also buy a map. Okay, perfect. That's good to know. Let's unplug the giant red
sizzle.
cable.
The room is slightly quieter now.
It is also just a map, okay.
Something close to you dies with a soft electric purr.
It shows you where the checks are. Okay, I'm gonna buy maps.
Why did you do that?
It's black, it's not like it's the red one.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. The electric distribution board now has one cable missing.
I'm just pissing about.
Somewhere, a machine hums along with the current, happy and contented.
Alright. We don't need to keep the fridge plugged in. That's my thinking.
The bear's eyes are dead and empty.
Touch. Sorry, bear. You do a lot of stuff for no particular reason here. I'm getting that vibe. Okay, I'm getting more items of clothing. Oh, we can also interact with that. We should probably do that, shouldn't we?
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active.
Read the note.
Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Sully Swaff.
The illiterate ginger kid. I wonder who that could be. I wonder who wrote that note.
Looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised they just left their property lying here.
Maybe they had to leave in a hurry.
That's a plausible hypothesis. It belongs inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's like one of your disco tapes, only for a computer.
Who's the illiterate ginger kid? I don't feel like we have to ask this.
Really? You don't have a single guess? Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on the filament memory. Even if he doesn't know what to do with it, he'd probably try to pawn it for speed, based on our encounter.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. You have any idea where the frozen ice cream maker could be?
I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the iceberg.
I was gonna say, it's not the actual fridge itself,
Didn't you
is it?
see one right next to the breaker box?
Yeah. Right. Thank you, note. Very cool. What else did we get? We got a shot put. Wait, whoa. We can sell that for 13. Let's go. Then we get another drama from that. Hang on. This is our new look. Solid look, yep. I'll change it back. What were we wearing before? It was one to Logic. I think. Was it just a basic shirt? I think it was, wasn't it? Yeah. Alright. The Ravisholian Indiana Jones, that's me. Yep. Where was it? There it is. It was somewhere near here. Maybe it's like over that way. Can I get over there? If I can, okay. Pathfinding is kind of funky in this game sometimes.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Right, shine the light in there.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Yeah.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away.
Ooh, rifles, Kim.
Are these any good?
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest. But one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others. Take it. You're a police officer. Police officers carry guns.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
Alright, we can threaten people with guns now. Not that that was my first thought, but we have a gun. Where are we?
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
What does this mean? A rifle here?
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
He likes this find.
Everyone's patting around here. Right, can we, for old time's sake,
layer of coal dust covers the
let me kick it again.
Coloring a hollow ring echoes through the furnace. Your toe hurts.
I just wanted to see if it would actually change the outcome. I don't think it will. No? Okay. That was so... I should have healed before I did that. I feel like an idiot. I've literally just wasted so many healing items doing that. My god, okay. Right, we're gonna... Yeah, we'll come back. We'll come back. Where's the gun at? Yeah, I didn't think we could... Alright, actually no, there was another way out this way, wasn't there? There's more to do. Do I need to turn something back on? Oh, we didn't look at this, did we?
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut. Turning the crank feels oddly satisfying, like stirring your childhood dreams. In the distance, you hear water dripping. It's all gone now. You'll never become a poet. You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice is too cold for you to get a good grip. A pry bar would come in handy here. No, this is going to need something else. Some kind of super pry bar. Don't even try to open it with a regular pry bar. You're just wasting your time. If you want to try again, then you need to have the pry bar in your hand.
Equip the pry.
Thank you, game. The game's like, if you didn't know, you can use a pry bar.
This orange machine is buzzing
3%. Holy shit, that's low. Okay. Alright.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer. The ice squeaks beneath the pry bar. You think you've got the bar jammed in there pretty well, but the lid simply won't budge.
What is this?
You see the pry bar's metal handle bending right before your very eyes.
Oh shit.
Yeah, well, that's a good pry bar. I'm not criticizing it, but this ice cream maker is frozen shut. It takes an advanced tool to get it open.
Advanced? Where do we get one?
I have no idea, officer. This ice cream maker isn't important enough to requisition a special tool.
Sooner or later, you will stumble upon a tool mighty enough. Then we will know what's in this mysterious ice cream maker.
Oh, we will, don't worry, we're coming back. Okay, that goes up. Anything else down here? There's more money down here, let's go. We're nearly there for affording the the room for the night. Alright, I think that's us done for now. Unless we got another... Oh, it brought us back out here, interesting, okay. So we can just go down there now? Okay. Right, perfect. Well, it's brought us back round just in time to try and deal with the body once again. Alright, okay. Hey Kuno, how you doing?
There he still is, looking
right, 83%.
Right through you with his white eyes.
83%.
The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
Right. Because we're not making progress, I'm gonna potentially save scum this. Is that okay with people?
There he still is, looking as you breathe
okay,
in.
We did it. We don't have to
the
save
odor
scum
comes
it.
over you. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
Do they always do that?
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins,
Lovely.
and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength.
Yeah, that's fair. Honestly, I'm thinking in the back of my mind, I probably won't save scum, or I'll try not to do it as much as possible, but I feel like, I think we're 9 streams in now and we still haven't got the body down. It is a little bit like, yikes. In general though, I will try and avoid to do it a lot of the time. But yeah. Inspect the boots.
The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them.
Huh. Sure, yeah. I feel like we've been making good progress in other departments and like generally getting a scope for everywhere. So I don't feel too bad about it, but...
Delicate
yeah.
and fragile. They feel alien to the world around you. Out of place somehow.
I was gonna say, this looks like it's from some like power armor or something.
These are clearly not boots. They're armor. Possibly part of a larger set.
These aren't just boots, are they? This is the armor that was stripped off. Armor he was stripped of.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
Okay. What kind of armor is this exactly?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Where's the rest of it? Scavenged by the locals?
Piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. It would be odd if they didn't. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
Maybe he was just wearing these boots. There is no rest of the armor?
No, I think he had something precious underneath the clothes. They had to remove the jeans and shirts we found to get to it. And this kind of armor is often worn under fabrics.
Nice. That makes sense.
Sure. What if they told him to strip before they hung him? Did they demean him?
They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre, the Mazda, the Besmerties, and the
Yeah,
like.
it's not impossible.
This one still has his underpants.
Yeah.
Fucking talking about underpants.
Clearly,
Fuck off,
Kuno would
Kuno.
like to interject something here. but there's not enough for him to hold on to.
The material looks out of place here.
It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
How much are we talking about?
For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
Damn, that's pretty... yeah. Pretty yikes. Ka-ching, baby. That's a lot, I take it.
As a wage, it's regrettably small. But for a piece of hardware, yes, that's a lot.
How could this man afford such expensive hardware?
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. But that's just hearsay.
Initial report?
Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same.
He's not actually sure of that. He's just being tactful.
Thanks, Kim. These look pretty advanced for the security guard.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
Knock on the boot.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
Sounds fragile.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Yeah, security guard with military-grade armor, that would be kind of busted, wouldn't it?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether.
Yeah, I can't see Paul Blart doing that either.
Like the scales of some ancient white monster, cracked and pearly.
I'm scared I'm gonna do some...
This feels dangerous. Are you sure?
Yeah,
The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Uh-oh.
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off.
I was gonna say...
Brutal!
Lieutenant, you seem distressed. Why? Oh, it's a bad idea, isn't it?
You're going to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
Wow.
Pull his head off. There's no point performing an autopsy if you do. We'll have compromised the coroner's case.
Indeed, from this angle, it does look like the neck isn't going to take much more. Being dead for a week has all but liquefied his muscles.
Yeah.
What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot?
Are we not detectives? There may be clues inside the boots.
Maybe we should concentrate on what's outside the boot and leave what's inside to the boys at processing? Just this once. Besides, there's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots.
Yikes.
They are fused to his feet now.
Ugh.
Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet?
Yikes.
You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down, and second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around.
I don't know if we need them. They might. I feel like it's gonna cause too much discourse with Kim, though. I think I'd rather not do it.
Alright then. You can pay the hostel bill in honor points.
I will.
How many honor points have you collected?
We've got 17. We're not doing too bad. There are honor points.
Of course there aren't. Don't be naive. You still feel as though there might be some honor points. And if there are, you've surely earned one.
What's going to happen to the boots then?
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Inspect the belt.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch.
What kind of rope is this?
Industrial strength. The kind used for tying cargo to lorries.
Like in the harbor?
Yes, it looks like they use whatever was on hand, paying no attention to not incriminating themselves.
By they, you mean the Hardy Boys.
Right now, everything seems to fit their confession.
You sure wanted him to stay up there? Polyester seems strong.
It's not merely polyester, it's steel reinforced. See these lines? This is where the wires run. I see rabbits for more than 20 strands. This makes getting him down much more problematic than I had assumed.
How do they even get him up there?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
Did they climb up using the kid's ladder?
That ladder can't carry a grown man.
Yeah, we already established that, didn't we?
Either,
yeah.
Did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory. The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
Let's look at the tattoos.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. His corpse is marked by stars.
What will mine be marked by?
Alcohol and heartbreak.
Is this a map of the sky?
A map of the stars?
The night sky.
I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great Century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates, and you feel as though you were only half right.
I'm missing something here.
So am I.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
What's that?
A Trugat Sunshine. Mini.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
This is the first time he openly acknowledges the kid's existence.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a
Yikes.
small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper, rolling out.
In case we need it.
What do we need this photo for?
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Okay. Can I have it? I should look at it later without the corpse smell.
Sure. Just don't lose it.
Sure.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper, teeming with opportunistic organisms.
Look him in the eye.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside.
Ugh.
The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Yikes.
Underneath the curdled meat there is an expression, not carried on his features, but below, inside, an expression of pleasure. This man was experiencing joy at the moment of his death.
Tell me, who are you, dead man?
I'm gone.
Where have you gone?
Into the wild pale yonder.
Where is that?
In the past. Way out in the west.
Only warm primordial blackness. Yep. I can see you're gone, but who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
There's nothing funny about you.
There is nothing funny about jokes either.
Who were you when you were alive?
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
I have another question for you.
Go ahead, Cobbo.
What is happening?
What do you mean?
Exactly. I'm talking to you.
It's the power of your imagination.
I like to think you did the SpongeBob imagination.
Yeah, man! Don't be crazy! Inanimate objects and dead people can't really talk to you. Your wild imagination is doing this. Ask some more of those questions you love so much.
God, I'm losing my mind here. Kim's probably just looking at me. Oh, sure. Yeah, the intro bit. This voice was like the guy that was like talking us through it. It's like, yeah. I remember. It was also us that was there in the flashback, or like in the evening when we went to bed. There was like us there as well, right? And we had that voice. That was a thing we had at the end of night one. Why do I love questions so much?
Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Yeah. Give me more questions.
Here you go, you loony.
Is my name Rooney?
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
Rooney is not who I am. I'm Harry.
No. You're not a Harry either. You're a motherfucker. That's who you are. Rooney the motherfucker.
I don't think I managed to get the ledger completely open, yeah?
Because you have.
I hate you. You stink and you're boring.
Do I remind you of someone?
You don't remind me of anyone.
Sure I do. You just don't want to admit it.
Why were you feeling pleasure when you died?
Maybe I was getting my rocks off.
Yikes. Is there some like asphyxiation shit?
Do I look like an erotic auto-asphyxiation type to you?
Kinda wanna say yes. Hit the nail on the head, yeah. I'll play dumb.
Captain Coppadromo, I fear we are drifting away, fixating on sexuality again. Let's go with a simpler question.
He didn't choke himself. You know it.
Can't get the damn compartment in my ledger open.
The blue heart. Oh, that's good shit. You'll love it. Just press down and fuck it open like you always do. Fuck it hard. Copopo the clown.
He means force. It'll work.
Come back later,
Wow, okay.
Copo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink.
Yeah, he really did act really well here.
This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Does his position at the time of death match the discoloration? Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air.
His face and hands are pink, thighs too.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin. We have good, well-pronounced discoloration here.
The monster comes back into focus, an explosion of color, coursing with dark marbled veins. His stomach appears pregnant with something. Black liquid streams down his thigh and onto his boot.
Ugh, yuck. I don't want to know.
So, what do you think?
I think he's dead.
I agree.
There are crow's feet in his eyes. He's laughing silently.
I had to say
Totally dead.
Totally.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm trying to play into that. I'm trying to play into the competent side of Harry here, at least for the time being. I think he was upright after death. His hands, feet and neck are discolored.
Agreed. Especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head.
Ugh.
The hypostasis supports a hanging.
Yeah, seems like a lynching to me.
Everything here seems to corroborate that assumption. But we should still get him down before assigning a probable cause of death.
Something's coming out of him.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it, drop by drop.
I hate that. That's
The
disgusting.
victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
Shut up. We got lucky?
Did we? I don't feel lucky.
I felt weird saying that, but sure. He's beaten up. See the bruises?
I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them. The delinquents have made our jobs harder with their little sport.
Yeah.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
It means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal-like.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils. He slowly rotates before you, decomposing.
So how do we get him down?
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's down.
I think we've been thorough enough here. I feel like we've gotten as much as we could get from it as well at this point.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt.
He doesn't actually think the challenge is unique. He thinks it's frustrating, annoying, and harder than he thought.
The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting it.
Can someone else do it?
Someone else? You mean like the police?
What was that about processing, then? Weren't they supposed to take care of the boots? Why don't they help?
Want the boys from processing take care of this?
No.
Why?
Think of the boys from processing as murderers. Only instead of people, they murder crime scenes. Processing is a wrecking crew. They know how to commission off items and how to work the incinerator in the morgue. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast.
We could saw the branch.
Climb up there and saw the branch?
Yeah, seems dangerous.
There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
They could shoot him down.
We are not getting him down already. Not getting him down is a task that's already accomplished. Sadly, it's not our job to keep him up there, but to get him down.
How do you plan to get him down, then? With social sensibility? Are you going to educate him down?
Maybe we could shoot him down.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Maybe you could John Wayne.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there might be a chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
The lieutenant is undecided. On one hand, he wants to shoot some gun. On the other, it's an awfully stupid idea.
Let him decide.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm.
Oh, okay.
He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it in place. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
I'm gonna say nothing.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
He feels bad about it. About his eyes mostly. Just having bad eyesight. Probably from a young age. Whatever you do, do not console him.
Fucking idiot! Mukabat asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
It's okay. I feel like we should, though.
Kuno's sorry too. Kuno feels sorry for the Beano Clad.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
Can I have the gun?
It's bad as it is. Us shooting firearms like punks. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Just don't lose it.
They only have one gun!
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Fuck off, Kuno, you little shit.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana poika! Take it and shoot yourself!
Can we just shoot you? No.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth.
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
This is a red track. Wow, okay.
Do it! Set me free!
You feel as though it would be dangerous to set this creature free to roam about the cosmos.
Don't.
Do it!
Wow, we can pull the trigger to shoot her. Wow, okay.
Intense shit, Copper.
Kurt waved his gun! It wasn't intense, it was pathetic!
Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, catching the noon light as the corpse slowly rotates. The slow movement of the branch in the wind and your shoulders directing the gun sync up.
Oh, we've really got to get
dancing
this.
hypnotically.
Look, he's crying! You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
Wow. Ah, shit. The red check. Fuck it. Yuck.
A plume of smoke erupts from the barrel. Your hand goes numb from the explosion. With your ears still ringing, you lower the weapon to see what happened. You missed the belt, but hit the corpse straight in the chest. Bits of ribcage protrude from the skin.
Lovely.
No blood, only a murky sludge dripping down his belly.
Oh my god, he's gonna fucking cry! I knew it! What a mulko!
There's something wrong with your weapon.
I agree. Police work is overrated. It is trying and stressful. However, it is still our job to get the dead body down from the tree.
Well, that was good.
It's not the gun's fault you can't shoot. It's your pig hands.
Pigs don't have hands. They have, like, fucking hooves or something.
Trotters, you little shit.
Kuno has hands. Kuno can shoot that shit down for you.
Lieutenant, we should trust Kuno with your service weapon. He says he can shoot it down. I kind of want to see what happens, though. Oh, shit.
The lieutenant does not dignify that with an answer. He snaps the button on his holster and says,
I could use a skill point there, actually. Looking back, I could have done that to...
We still need to get him down, somehow.
To increase our chances of hitting.
The bad way. The way I didn't want us to. By asking the harbor for help. They have the tools and the men. If they put him up there, they can take him down too.
But won't it be dangerous?
To ask the suspects for help with the victim's body? To be indebted to Everard Clare? Very much, yes. Which is why I would have preferred us to accomplish this feat ourselves. Clearly we can't.
Suck my dick, bitches!
Such an annoying little shit. Good job we really found a way into the harbour.
Hooray for us.
Yeah. Yeah, alright. Let's do that then. Alright, well, I'm going to actually end it here for today. We've gone a little bit over the usual time we stream, but I feel like we've made up for some lost time, especially as I wasn't here on Monday. But yeah, I feel like we made some good progress today. Overall, we still haven't got the body down, but I feel like we've done some bits. We've actually started to make some progress with, like, speaking to the people involved with the murder, supposedly. I don't know. I feel like they're trying to cover up still somehow, but it's an interesting dynamic and situation we encountered earlier today with them as well. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see how all of that's going to evolve with time. But yeah, for now, I'm going to end it here. Tomorrow we're going to be starting Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty. So I will not be playing Disco, but we'll be back to Disco potentially once, or I want to say at least once a week going forward. Next week throughout October, because we're going to be playing some spooky games. We're going to be playing Resident Evil 4 and some other little things throughout October, so that's what we've got lined up. But we'll be playing Cyberpunk and Disco. I'm probably going to try and limit them to like weekend streams if I'm feeling like it, or maybe Friday streams if I'm feeling like it. But throughout the week it's going to mainly be Resident Evil 4 and anything else spooky. So yeah. But yeah, I'll be around for Cyberpunk tomorrow. But thank you for hanging around, Just Kill. I appreciate you hanging out with me and figuring things out. Or at least watching me figure things out. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Jess. Thank you, anybody else that's popped by and looked. I appreciate you. And yeah, I will be back tomorrow for some Cyberpunk. So take it easy till then. Bye bye.